Hi, my name is Delong. I work at the National Ignition Facility in Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, located in Livermore, California. I'm an engineering technician. The engineering part means that I get to come up with calculations and some system design work. And the technician part means that I get to play with a lot of really cool toys when I go out and make measurements in our facility. The facility itself uses 192 laser beams to perform experiments on different types of materials. My job, I work on a small team. My job is to make sure all 192 laser beams arrive at a central target within 30 millionths of a second. So that's 30 picoseconds. It's pretty fast. What got me started into STEM? Well, when I was a little kid, I was actually bad at math. A teacher took some time out of her day and she showed me how to add a couple numbers. And I've actually been pretty good at math since then. So much so that when I went to my 4-year degree, I actually became a teacher in math and science. One of the years I was teaching, I took my students on a tour of our local colleges. Shout out to Central Carolina Community College in North Carolina. They had a laser and photonics program that I showed my students, and I actually found it very interesting, so much so that I decided to finish out the year teaching and enroll in that program. I graduated and I got a job at the National Ignition Facility where I currently work today. What did I like to do when I was young? Well, I wasn't exactly a nerd. I'd like to ride my bike and play video games and hang out with friends and all the things that kind of a social person would do. I do remember one time I did ask my parents as a Christmas gift, I asked them for Alka-Seltzer. There's these little tablets that if you put it in water, it creates a lot of bubbles. So I thought they would look pretty cool. I thought they would look like some of the potions that I would see in these cartoons that I watch. So why does my job matter? Well, at the National Ignition Facility, we work on 3 main things: material science, stockpiled stewardship, and nuclear fusion. And so at any given time, I might be working to help solve the world's toughest problems. I could be protecting the nation from outside forces, or I could be trying to save the world with a mini star energy, free nuclear energy, clean burning energy. So I'd say the job pretty much is self-inspiring. If you don't find that inspiring, I definitely do. There's something probably wrong with you. Not really. What's next for DOE? Well, so my team is trying to build basically a power plant with unlimited energy. We're not going to be able to use all the energy all at the same amount of time. So we're going to need some way to store that energy. And so I think the next thing is to work on a battery. It doesn't have to be a chemical battery, it could be a mechanical battery. I'm not really sure, but that's the next step, I think. That's what I would do. So why should you study STEM? Well, I think you should study what makes you happy. I think that you'll find that what makes most people happy actually comes from some kind of science, technology, engineering, or math. So STEM, as you know, could be found in pretty much everything that you do. When you woke up this morning, if you put something in the microwave for breakfast, you used a little bit of technology there maybe from the 50s, but you used some technology there. When you charge your computer and your cell phone and your tablets and all your other devices all on the same power strip, there's an engineered control inside your house that stops too much electricity from coming into all of those devices and making them explode. That's an engineering technology that's been around for a while. It's called a circuit breaker. It's actually pretty cool if you ever look up how it works. And so what do I do in my free time? Well, you're looking at it. I have a garden. Right now it looks a little unruly, but that's because everything's going to seed. But I grow a lot of food. I cook my food and I eat my food. Kind of simple. But the reasons why I like it, growing things is really the manifestation of biology. I mean, you get a lot of biology in this field behind me. cooking things is kind of a lax way of doing chemistry, and you get to eat the final product. So it just kind of makes sense to me to grow some food, eat, cook the food, and then eat the food. So that's what I like to do in my free time. If you want to learn more about the lab or about NIF, you can go to the lab's Twitter account at Livermore_lab, or you can go to the National Ignition Facility, NIF. You can go to their Twitter account. It's Blazers_LLNL. All right, I'm Delong.